That's just insanity. So, listen, I'm getting a lot of flack on our Liberal America page and my Twitter and my personal page about why am I coming down hard on people with small penises. So, let's talk about it. Let's get really honest here. First of all, I'm very proud of being filter free. When did all this start? When did I just start speaking my mind? I don't know. 4 years ago, when the writing first started taking off, my stepmother called me. What did she say? It was so fun. I don't know. A devil-worshipping homosexual was the exact phrase, or it might have even been faggot for all I know. I can't remember, but it was horrible. And so I told her the truth on Facebook publicly, and I called her a fat cunt. And I said that the reason why you keep breaking your hips and your knees are blowing out is because you're bigger than most farm animals. And anyway, that didn't go over well, but it set me free. It completely set me free from her ever saying another thing to me, which hurt my feelings at first, obviously. I mean, I was hurt, This is a woman that I really loved as a child. But when she kept trying to tell me that Obama was a Muslim and that, it's just that whole thing. I never knew she was a racist. She's got pretty long blonde hair. What is she? Becky with the good hair? I think that's the term that you use when, you look all kept on the outside, but in the inside your soul is pure hate. And she would quote the Bible and all this kind of bullshit. But anyway, when I said she was a fat cunt, bigger than most farm animals, and it freed me. Oh, by the way, that's where I live. That's the Camden Equinox, and oh my God, guys, it's amazing. I mean, the blessings. Talk about blessings. That is a blessing. There's a Stranger Things video. We're on Hollywood Walk of Fame. So, why am I talking about penises so much right now? Well, duh, because everything in the news is based on the male penis right now. You've got, Weinstein, this old fat prick who has now what? How many allegations of rape are there? I think 4, but it'll probably be a baker's dozen before it's all over. But hundreds of women now have alleged that he has sexually harassed them or made them watch him while he jacks off into potted plants. We've got Bill O'Reilly, another fat white prick who was sending gay porn to a colleague, which is, penis based, obviously. You've got our president, Trump, who is always denying the fact that he's got a teeny penis because how big his hands are. Okay, first of all, let's talk about that. I'll tell you a little story. Back when I was a young 20-something, I was always on all those fitness covers and magazines and stuff. Before that, I was a gay porn star. I think most people know that. So I lucked out. Well, I don't know if I lucked out, but hold on, I gotta turn around. It's too bright. You guys, it's getting so hot. I have really, really small feet. I've got like a size 7.5, but I think it's like an 8 now, or at least I say it is. And I've got really, really teeny hands. And most girls' hands are bigger than mine. And no, I'm not gonna link one of my porn movies, but you don't become a gay porn star with a small penis. So when Trump says because his hands are so big, it means everything else isn't, that's just not true. You really cannot judge a book by its cover. But you can judge a man's actions by how endowed he is. And a lot of my friends are asking me, like, well, you know all the stats and stuff, like, 9% of millennials went third party, whereas back in the Obama days, only 3% went third party. 9% of homosexuals voted for Trump. I know these stats. So why do you think that a lot of this anger is coming from the log cabin Republicans? They're really pissed off at me for talking about penises. Well, hello, 9% of gays voted for Trump. So I think that maybe we know why people are from the right are getting upset with me talking about dick. Here's the other big reason, and I'm just gonna be totally straight up with you guys. Right now, my three best-selling t-shirts are all based on penis size. It's my one big t-shirt is I'm on low blood sugar, so let's see if I can remember it. I just wish we had a president whose dick wasn't smaller than his wife's cunt. First of all, the graphics are phenomenal. I should know, I made them. And yeah, it's an offensive as fuck t-shirt. But guys, it's making me a lot of money. And while I'm a liberal, I'm definitely a capitalist, and I really intend to keep making money when I can off of these designs. My other big t-shirt that's selling right now is if right-wingers had big wingers, we would not have a racism problem in America. That's not exactly, what is it? Oh, if right-wingers had big wingers, racism in America would not exist. Yeah? So, I missed my light. I gotta keep walking. I didn't want the people behind me overhearing this conversation. So, yeah, a lot of the stuff you're gonna hear about me talking lately is because it's in our news cycle, and because it's helping me sell t-shirts. So I'm sorry, as much as I love everybody else, I love me first. You know, you can't really start helping others until you help yourself first. And right now I'm helping me. And also, people want to know the real truth behind all this. For instance, racism. It's not, white trash America doesn't really hate the immigrants. Not for the reason you think. They don't really believe that these immigrants and undocumented workers are taking away their jobs. For instance, in Indiana right now, there are 700,000 jobs available right now for anyone to take. The only people that have been starting to apply for those jobs are the Latins and the Chinese immigrants. Do you know why? Because white people won't do those jobs. So it's not about white people thinking that the immigrants are going to take away their jobs. What it really is, what am I talking about? Penises. It's all about dick size, because white males know that, because everybody gets to porn, everybody watches porn, right? Okay, so it's really hard to find a big white guy. It's really hard to find a white guy with a big dick in porn. It just is. That's why most of your big porn stars are now black or Latin, or if they are white, they're taking them from the Eastern Bloc, because the guys over in Germany and Czechoslovakia, all that kind of stuff, they've got the big ones. White guys normally are much, 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 much smaller. And because porn is the #1 searched thing on the internet, white people now know that they're under-endowed. So they hate that. And then the last thing they want to have is they don't want to have those, because everybody knows that in the end, you know, women are going to go after the guy that they believe is, I mean, it's all about breeding and making babies and survival of the fittest, and the guy with the big dick is always going to get the hottest chick. It just is. The guy with the most masculinity is always going to get the hottest girl. And they've already been proven, all the science shows, that the deeper voice, the more androgen in the bloodstream when you're going through puberty, the deeper your voice is, the bigger your dick becomes, and that's normally within the black and Latin community. So subconsciously the women know that. The white guys now get it, so they don't want to have all their women constantly being bombarded in real life by things that they know are better and bigger than them. So it really has nothing to do with the jobs. These guys know those jobs are never coming back. If you really sit down with a white guy from a red state, from the ex-Rust Belt, they know that it's robots coming to take their jobs. They don't really believe it's a Latin guy. If they're not as stupid as they pretend. They don't believe the jobs are really coming back. So they've already lost that. And now they're afraid of losing their women. So this whole white nationalism thing, it's really not about the jobs or culture. They don't want their wives and hot chicks and daughters being filled with brown and black babies. Because they know once you go black or brown, you never go back. And that's actually true. That's the thing. That's why we have less and less white people every generation. Because the melting pot melts for a reason. Because once you melt with something a little bigger, your stew is going to be a little tastier.